Dave has returned. Nice to have you back. Jimmy, look, I just want to pick up on what Amorim was saying there, because obviously he got public backing from Ratcliffe, and since then it feels like he's, really kind of been able to relax in the job. And perhaps before then he was under so much scrutiny that he couldn't quite, settle in. Give us a little bit of insight in terms of that, you've managed the owner-manager relationship, and how important is it to get the backing?
The owner-manager relationship is the most important relationship in the club for the manager. But when an owner comes out and says he backs the manager, that is where the manager needs to start worrying. No, majority of the time.
Yeah, I hear you.
Look, he's gone to Liverpool, great match, great result. Yeah, showed really a lot of resilience in the game. Then what he has done against Brighton, he's backed it up and calmed the ship down a little bit. Let's not forget, let's not get carried away. They're still far of where they should be, really far. But if he keeps on winning the matches that he needs to keep on winning, they're not going to be champions. Yeah? If he is there and thereabout in the top 4, he's done a really good season. A really good season. If he wins the matches that we all expect that he should win, then he buys himself time, and then he will be next year here. But he can't lose against teams like Brighton at home, Everton away, Everton at home. Those kind of matches he needs to win, with all the respect to those teams. And then he will buy himself time, and then he can relax a little bit, and then next year he can get some more players in that he wants, that fits in his system, and then keep on growing. But I wouldn't put too much on the owners giving him backing. It's all about results. It's all about results. If he doesn't win his games, that message will change.
This whole set-piece thing is part of a wider issue. It's not just Arsenal in the Premier League this season. And actually, I was reading an interesting article by Jason Bird in The Telegraph, talking about the Premier League becoming like the NFL, as he puts it, quote, a sport obsessed by set-pieces with elaborate playbooks, breaking up the flow of the game. Don't we want fast, free, flowing football? And therefore, it's not as entertaining. Do you agree the Premier League not as entertaining at the moment, Clinton?
No, I understand what he's saying. Listen, but if you're winning football matches from scoring from set pieces and it's working for you, why not do it? When we were playing, set pieces was massive, and now all of a sudden it's come back into it. It was like, let's play pretty football out from the back. But sometimes you're not going anywhere. You're getting pressed and people are punishing you and scoring. Get up and play in other people's half. Why not? If they're good at it, I understand the teams like the Liverpool and Arsenal can play out from the back. Even though Arsenal are a threat from set pieces. I've always said it. I said it the other day, Jules. I hated going into training and having to sit there for half an hour or stand around half an hour, 45 minutes and do set pieces. It bored the life out of me because I knew where I was. I was on the goalkeeper. But you need to do that.
Yeah, but they're a bit more complicated now, Clinton.
Yeah. No, but they are more complicated.
You're on the goalkeeper.
No, but they are complicated more. They are better now. That's what I'm saying. They do work. So people are saying, oh yeah, it's ruining the game. But if you think Arsenal, if they win the Premier League and most of their goals will come from set pieces, their fans will be disappointed. Absolutely no chance.
But it's not ruined. In my opinion, it's not ruining the game.
Exactly.
Because people were moaning last season or the season before last that they was bored about watching Man City.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing short pass. I think it brings a sort of a breath of fresh air where it just brings chaos, carnage into a box. People can't defend it. People don't know what to do. Second balls is a bit old school. I love it. I'm all for it. I'm not saying like every team has to do it. I'm not saying right. So if for instance, if Brighton haven't got someone that can throw the ball into, launch the ball into the box, don't do it. Do you know what I mean, don't throw it and embarrass yourself. And it is like a wimp throw that just goes like 10 yards. I mean, only do it if you've got the artillery to do it.
You know who would have been good in this day and age? Oh, Rory's the lad, brilliant, unbelievable, because he could throw it. But Stoke were good at it. You know when you're going to play against Stoke and you're playing against the top teams, they're not going to try and play out football at the back. Tony Pulis didn't want to do that.
He had it right all along, Tony Pulis.
Yeah, of course he did. He knew what he was doing, so fair enough. I know we have to move with the times and stuff, but if you're winning football matches, I'm doing it that way. I kind of get it. Like, listen, we're sitting there and we're watching it and we want to see the football out from the back and stuff like that. But City's right. Everyone, when Man City did it, everyone was moaning and saying, "Oh, it's boring. It's the same thing." But they're winning football matches. You have to find a way out to win games. It suits Brentford and the likes of Tottenham and Arsenal at the minute, and they're winning football matches. Mazza loved set pieces because that head, you should get your head on things, didn't you? I didn't have to run.
and just not taking him, but I think his energy, his work rate, his desire is what you need to be a Man United player. And yeah, I did say it, and I was a little bit unsure, but I think what he's shown is he belongs there. You know, there's been obviously Cunha coming in, great to see him get his goal, and but he's been consistent with his performances. I think that's the main thing. And if you're consistently getting the right positions, getting chances, you know, you will score. What was it, 20 goals last season he scored for Brentford, and now he started. When you're a forward, you score goals. You enjoy scoring goals, and that feeling keeps going. And that's why you see players going on streaks, you know, going on streaks of scoring 8, 9, 10, 11 goals in a bounce, when then maybe when they don't score for a few games, and his confidence is very high at the minute, and hopefully that continues, because, you know, he's been certainly the best signing for Man United this season. But when you win the Premier League, that's what happens, and teams try and figure out your weaknesses, and it looks like a lot of teams have done that this season, and you need to adjust, you need to adapt. We spoke about this with Amorim. You need to adapt, and you need to be ready for teams maybe trying something a little bit different against you, and Liverpool haven't figured it out yet. So, and also it goes back to the confidence again. Man United have you know, found him the confidence to help them kick on, and Liverpool are in a bad place at the minute. And when that happens, I can't explain it. It's so difficult. You don't know. You don't know how to get out of it. You can see the goal, and then straight away you're thinking, "Oh, where we go again." It's such a hard thing to get out of. The best thing is to simplify things. I think for each player, the manager, simplify the performance, simplify what you're doing, and normally, if you've got better players, you win the game. But it's not that easy.
Slot has mentioned, as Kay said, about the fact that his team are weak to set pieces, and he's saying it in interviews outwardly. But what did you make of that? Because obviously he's been around the block, he knows what he's saying. Will that be sending a message to the players, the right type of message?
Yeah, but I also think that I've worked with a few Dutch managers, Van Gaal, Koku, Ron Koeman, and the one thing they are is very honest. And I think what he's saying to the media is what he'd be saying to the players. And set pieces are massive in the game, obviously, but I'm sure that the work, and I'm probably doing more work than I've done on set pieces. But you know, they keep conceding from them, and you know, and other teams will be looking at it thinking, you know, they're vulnerable. Let's put the ball in this area where maybe they wouldn't have before. So, it's an issue for them. But yeah, you've just got to get through it. I think that's what happens in football when you're weak at something. Teams try and, you know, make the most of that, but you've got to try and get through it any way possible. Get through it, and you know, it'll be starting with one game. The next game, let's not concede from set piece. Let's not get done with long balls, and you have to bring everything back. And I know it's a cliche, but you know, back to basics. You have to bring everything back, and then you can start building again to try and improve after that.
Rúben Amorim may have the full backing of Manchester United's new ownership, but the message from fans and pundits is clear: he must keep winning. Red Circle, the Portuguese tactician, has impressed since taking charge, but in a league as ruthless as the Premier League, consistency is everything. Amorim's exciting brand of football has reignited belief at Old Trafford, yet fine margins, especially from set pieces, are proving to be the real difference makers this season. Across the Premier League, games are being decided by corners, free kicks, and defensive lapses. United, despite their attacking brilliance, have shown moments of weakness in these key areas. Amorim knows that mastering set pieces could be the secret weapon to sustaining their top 4 push and title ambitions. With the owner's trust and fans' renewed faith, the pressure is on Amorim to turn support into silverware. The margins are tight, and in today's EPL, every free kick, every header, and every moment counts.